Is there somebody there? Hey guys, this is nothing particular. Just thought I would try out Google Hangouts. Hey, who's there? This is nothing particular. Just thought I would try out Google Hangouts. It's me. I do have audio on this, but there's nobody to talk to, so I don't really know what to say. I thought this would be like a Google Hangout thing where people could actually talk with me, and maybe it is. I hadn't set up a Google Hangout before, so maybe I just did it completely wrong. I have screenshot inception going on here. I don't know how to share this. Make it a link. Recent apps. No, links. Yeah, just goes to the YouTube page. I'll say that they made the same mistake I did with this picture in that they didn't get completely symmetrical. I did quite a bit of Photoshop and I tried to correct it, but they're standing just like a little bit off center and it kind of messes everything up because everything is so symmetrical. Who's the best web host? They have to ask. I'm not going to sing I Will Love You. I Will Always Love You. This one I'm going to have to kick her out of the group. It's very weird that Chelsea's chatting with me from upstairs. Somebody's not reading his messages nor checking his spam requests on Facebook. Let me just go to my Facebook here. 99 plus requests, 37 messages. This is what it's like every day. Sometimes I go through it, but then more and more just keep popping up. There's no way I can keep up with Facebook. It's just stressful how much things are always coming at me on there. So if I don't get back to you, it's nothing personal. Like I don't even see everything that's going on my Facebook. Extreme baby throwing. Good picture, but you got to get closer and get some more depth of field in there. So shallow, even the whole spider's not in focus. No, that happens to me all the time. You forget something like IS. I have this whole routine I go through when I pick up a camera. I check the settings and make sure the exposure compensation isn't up and down. Make sure autofocus is on, the range limiter on the lens isn't on. vibration reduction, or IS, is turned on. I don't know why he wants to clean up the blue background. He knows it's a plastic sheet, but I don't. It just looks like a nice sky. Looks like a good picture to me. It doesn't even look wide angle to me. Oh, it must be on an APS-C. Is post-processing necessary? I definitely think so. I mean, it depends what sort of work you're doing, but oh, the light field technology. I actually have to read that article about the new camera. I've been kind of following them, and I think it has amazing potential, and I'm really excited for the next generation of sensors because something's got to replace our stupid Bayer filters. Uh, Maybe that's it. I would love to see something better. Both audio and video. See if we can get Pentax to actually send us one. Why don't I answer every question? I don't know. Maybe I don't see them. Maybe I'm busy. Maybe the question has no answer. The little edited picture of the violin player. Maybe not. Sorry if I missed it. What about Hasselblad? um, I like Hasselblad's history, at least. They don't really make a lot of compelling cameras now. They have some really specialized stuff, but it doesn't seem they seem to mostly be interested in like rebranding Sony cameras lately. Chelsea lost her voice in Nam. It's a cute picture. Pigeons are underrated. They're so colorful. They manage to survive in a city. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, it might be a little contrasty for the mood, which is nice and soft and gentle. I might just bring up the shadows some, soften it a little bit. It's a good flower picture. Maybe I can. I thought it would show my webcam automatically, and it didn't. I'll just do this. I don't feel like you're just staring at a screen. Oh, that live broadcast last night was such a pain. We had everything working ahead of time, but it turns out it only works when you're testing it. It doesn't work when you actually go to do it. It has performance anxiety. Oh, GT. Little crazy distortion there. Changed the shape of that portion in the back. Oh boy. Well, I do like the eye level perspective. That is good. I don't know that I'm in favor of bigger watermarks. Like this peanut down here is a pretty key part of the picture, and it's blocked up by this crazy watermark. It's a good composition. I just would be careful of his head there. I would either like trim it more and be deliberate about it, or just leave a little space. I think you nailed the skin tones and processing. I mean, skin tone can definitely be a challenge. Chelsea and I have kind of olive skin, and uh, when we swap out the studio lighting for somebody who's blonde and fair skinned, we have to change everything. But you nailed it. For somebody like this, you want to make sure their skin is like close to white, definitely in the top third of the histogram, but that's a perfect exposure. He's cute. I like the way he's peeking out from behind the branches. Not quite sharp, but looks good to me. Good composition. Oh, my friend Ericy. He's trying out different wildlife lenses. I've been talking to him about it. He went for prime, which is what I would recommend. I mean, everybody's like, oh, the Tamron 600 is sharp. Look at this picture, but it's never going to be as sharp as a prime, at least not a comparably priced prime. Check to see if there are any more comments coming at me. You want a great wife like me? Instant messages are popping up. I'm sorry, I'm taking, but maybe things don't work out with Chelsea. I could be your wife. Social Blade reckons my earnings are low. Okay, this automatic update thing is not working as you might hope. Okay, let's see who this is. It's like street photography. I feel like, let's see. I feel like this is a name I'm supposed to know. I did actually study documentary photography. I took a class on it. Oh, Kodak Retina 2. I have that exact camera. Let's see your portfolios. Yeah, mostly street photography. Oh, wow. Street photography is one of those things. It's like the one type of photography that gets better with time. Like if you took like this wouldn't necessarily be a noteworthy picture if it was taken today and we were to look at it. Uh, None of these necessarily would be, but with history, it's interesting that uh, this takes place in the past and that her gown is just slightly different, and that it's Kirk Douglas, of course. And some of these are just interesting based on their composition, like the depth and the foreground bokeh there. But others are just interesting because of the subject matter. Well, I would think this picture would be compelling either way, but so much of this now, if we were to see these people in modern outfits in a modern setting, might not be as interesting. Anyway, I guess what I'm saying is, oh, that's a fantastic picture. Great expression. Documentary photography gets better with time, and it's almost like a time capsule. Like, take some pictures now and come back in 20 years. We need Chelsea making jokes. Yeah, I don't know why Chelsea's upstairs. I think her mic is ready and everything. She just has to come down. I hear somebody coming down the stairs. I don't even know why I have headphones on because. Hang on, I'm just gonna put a mic on Chelsea. You can hop on there. I'll just grab your mic. I strung cables all over the studio trying to get it to reach without Justin here.
Dancing off that screen.
Here's your mic. Put that on.
These people are freaking out.
Can they? You can hear me up there, right?
Yeah.
Their sound? Okay.
You type like a monster. Sounds like you're trying to kill the keyboard. Whoa, look at this hair.
Whoops. Give me a sound check, Charles.
Check. Check, check.
I don't think it's working. Tap your mic for me.
I broke it. See? This is why you can't have the new stuff.
Sure, this is compelling stuff. Tap your mic for me.
Am I working?
Tap it again. Oh, that's not your. Looking at my. Where is your mic?
Oh, I see things going
Oh, there it is.
yeah.
Yeah, that was me. I think. There we go. I just had to turn on the wrong mic.
See comments anymore. Did I break it?
You probably broke it. Okay, say something funny, Chelsea.
Too much pressure. Am I there? Am I coming in? Let's see. They're talking about throwing babies. They're really impressed that I make $5 a day. Some people want to marry you.
Okay, Chelsea's here. I get it. Nobody just wants to talk to Tony.
You're just not super cool.
Chelsea makes the show awesome. I don't know that it's going to end, but it'll end at some point. Chelsea did a pole dance. Did you do a pole dance?
I did a pole dance.
Oh.
It was like this. Hi, Erky.
Hey, Eric. We're starting this early enough that we don't have to keep them up all night. I think this automatic updates thing doesn't work well.
It takes.
I think it's crazy.
Whoa.
Okay, they can hear you.
Oh, they can hear us. Am I there?
Sorry about the keyboard noise.
People
I don't
for
know.
the ethical treatment of keyboards, please donate to them after the stream.
Go away.
I was talking to Erky, and I told him we might go to Amsterdam for beer, chocolate, and hookers, and he said he wants to come.
Well, yeah, who would turn that down?
He was like, I'm in.
Beer chocolate. He's sounding awfully American.
I'm working on him.
I just wanted to see. I didn't really want to visit their website. I just wanted to see
that
the
camera that
Electro News.
focuses after you take a picture?
Oh, there we go. Yeah, they announced a new camera today, and I haven't had a chance to look at it. So I guess if people are so bored that they just want to hang out with us, we can see what it is.
People like to hang out with us because you're so handsome. That's what I've been told.
So these Lytro sensors, they tend to be really low resolution, but they record like the direction of light coming in.
Oh, they're low res.
Yeah, but they know like whether light is coming from like over here or over here, and as a result, they can change the focal
How do they
point.
know that? Is the sensor like some special sensor?
Yeah, it's a very different type of sensor.
Why?
Well, because you can change the focal point later, or you could add a bunch of depth of field, or use shallow depth of field, and you could do it in post-processing, which is crazy, right?
Well, it's crazy. Maybe I just have to try it to understand it, but I feel like when I take a picture, I know what I want to be in focus. Am I the only one?
Yeah, but it's nice to have options. I think it's fantastic.
I don't like any options. Have you ever heard of decision fatigue?
It
Saying.
looks more like a camera than the first one. Like, yeah, the first one they had just looked like a square
tube.
toilet paper tube. Yeah, it's gonna cost $1,600, an 8x zoom and a f2 aperture. Well, it doesn't seem to actually tell me anything about it. Like, how many megapixels does it have? Do we have any sample pictures?
Can't they give us a sample file so we can try it, or can you only change it in camera? Or can you bring it into your computer and do all the changes?
Well, you do kind of need new software, so they do provide their own software. I'm just gonna look for the name of the camera, but like Lightroom doesn't really know how to handle it, you know?
Yeah. Hmm. Look at that
It's
cool
2
lady.
pounds.
It's 2 pounds.
They're talking all about the camera body and not what sort of pictures it takes. Oh yeah, you can also shift the perspective a little bit.
Like
It's a very
a
cool
tilt
thing.
shift, kind of.
See if I can find an example of it.
Are we gonna watch a video within a video? Because things are just getting weird. We are.
Oh, here's a little. Yeah, so you can do that.
What?
It's crazy, right? And click to refocus. So I can focus on his face, and that's a focus, so I can focus back here. So it's cool that the sensor captures all that, right?
That's crazy.
I know, it blows my mind up a little bit.
Blows my mind up a little bit too.
Those are cool examples.
That's cool. I take it back. This is so cool.
Oh, okay. So this is only about 4 megapixel pictures, but still, like 4 megapixels is enough for the web and stuff. And these would be pretty cool. I could definitely find some cool things to do with it, and I love
It seems
the
like a
little
novelty,
interactivity
though,
of it.
right? Like
At 4 megapixels, I think it's a novelty, but I think if they could make it, 20 megapixels, I think I would love to be able to just fine tune the portrait focus to get the person's eye in focus. You
Yeah.
wouldn't have to be worried
you
about.
wouldn't even need to know
whether it
anything
missed
about
it.
photography. You could just point it in the general direction.
Well, I think composition and lighting might still matter.
What's Erky saying?
Yeah, we need to develop a relationship
is
with
he-
Pentax.
Hey, stop converting stuff into.
Nobody knows what that
Non-American.
is, Erky.
That's like, I don't even know. That's what drug dealers use.
If you watch my D3300 review and the EM10 review, the Olympus EM10, I take them both out in a blizzard, and neither one is weather sealed. They're both entry level cameras, and they're fine. We've never broken a camera in the rain, including entry level consumer cameras.
No, not yet.
Everybody makes a big deal out of weather sealing, like Pentax and Olympus do, and it's just, what are you doing with your cameras? You can take them out of rain, a regular camera is fine.
Wait, did he just say it can refocus your shots but not save them? That can't be right.
Maybe he means like not salvage a bad shot. What do you mean, Ericy?
He's so cryptic.
Giselle wants to join us for chocolate hookers and weed in Amsterdam.
Yes!
Sounds like a trip.
You're a hooker, Erky? Erky isn't a hooker. He aspires to be. He tried it, and they were like,
Has anybody tried Lenny Lens? Let's see what Lenny Lens is.
maybe we shouldn't just plug in things like that. All right, let's go to Amazon. No? Oh, that's Lenny's Lens. Oh, now they're just messing with us. It's not a thing.
I guess not. Or maybe.
Maybe it's not available where we are.
Yeah, give me. Maybe this is a Lenny Lens. I have seen people put little sites on their camera to help you like find something through a telephoto lens.
I think people are calling Erky the Chelsea Whisperer.
Oh, Chris Greenwood is working on a book or a guide photographing the Canadian Rockies. I haven't seen it yet. I'm sorry. I'm definitely interested.
I saw him mention it. I deleted the post. I was like, so tired of it.
No competing books. Come on.
He broke it. That guy thinks I'm cute.
Yeah, Andy's 70D
friend.
is fine in the sky. If a 70D can survive Scotland, it can survive anywhere. It has never stopped raining in Scotland. A little bit of trivia.
Oh, this person wants us to talk about topics in order. I don't know how to do that.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is kind of a freeform thing because
We're just kind of.
we really screwed up the live broadcast last night. We did have like a structure last night, and
We had a whole.
nothing worked out.
We had a whole thing. I held up this. It was better than that, trust me.
Isn't changing. I think it means the focal point, not the focal length is like zooming in. We crop all the time.
Sacrilegious to the art of photography.
I mean, maybe.
I don't know. I never know. People ask us that a lot. If post-processing is cheating, if what other ones do we get? People think it's cheating. Just
It depends. Like I have that one photography book that I've been reading, and it's written by this very artistic guy, and he thinks using anything other than a 50 millimeter lens
artistic or autistic?
he thinks using anything but a 50 millimeter lens is cheating because 50 millimeters mimics the eye. And no background blur or anything. He wants you at like f11, 50 millimeters, and anything else is cheating. That's what he thinks.
That
and
reminds
film,
me
of course.
like kids on the playground where you're just playing a game and they're losing, so they're like, you can't do that. That's cheating. I don't know. It's an art. I think you could take a picture and put watercolors on it and it still counts.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Oh, yeah. Hello, Jello.
Oh, hello, Jello.
Not as bad as he says.
He's the rookie photographer. Tony, do you know how to take Milky Way shots?
I don't know enough about the
Do you
difference
think they
between those two
mean
lenses.
candy bars?
Yeah. Okay. We have a different spelling for Lenny lenses.
Oh, Lenny lenses. We tried out some creative lenses before.
That looks like a tilt shift lens. I've always wanted a tilt shift lens. They're just so expensive with no justification.
Let's see sample photos.
Okay.
Let's dig right into the meat of this. That's a bad picture.
Crap.
What if that's their picture and they're Lenny? Sorry, Lenny. Oh my god. So it looks like Lenny's always running away. He's like, ah!
Yeah, I imagine looking through it is like watching a horror movie.
I'd have to take Dramamine first.
What is with the colors?
Sensitive. That one's kind of cool. It definitely would force you to be more creative.
Okay, so we have Rhoda. Why do they just keep asking me what it is? Why don't you just tell me?
We don't know. We didn't invent it.
Oh, okay, so it does some tilt stuff. Let's see what Verta is. Their website's very good. Simplicity means performance and functionality. It tells me nothing about it.
This is interesting.
Unlike Rhoda, it doesn't tilt.
I don't know, guys.
Yeah, their website doesn't really convey quickly what it's supposed to do. Like it doesn't. Like I don't see traditional tilt shift pictures here.
We should contact them. See, let's contact them now and ask them if we can get one. Maybe later.
Do that later. Yeah.
T-Bones is watching this at school.
Sir Tony, is your book still available online? Sure.
Yeah, it is.
You can just go to
sdp.io/store, or you could go to Amazon if you're in the UK or the US or Canada or a number of other places. Oh, we're going to take them on a field trip to the store.
Here we are in the store.
Here we are in the store.
Paperback ships worldwide. You can buy an ebook.
We'll sign it too if you want, and Tony will kiss it. He loves when people ask him that.
Yeah, I did kiss a book once.
Kissed it.
Yeah, we can handle a portfolio if it's not in English.
Yeah, I mean, we can't promise we won't offend you.
Yeah.
But we're going to try.
We'll try to pronounce stuff and ruin it.
Chris Greenwood is sighing.
Vladimir's right about the camera obscura. Anything else is too modern for me.
The camera obscura.
I bring with me an 8x8 room everywhere I go.
Oh, I just bring a cardboard box at all times with suspenders. I'm old. But what can I say? I'm just a photographer.
Good. T-Bone Stack is watching this at school. That we're ruining somebody's education.
I think that we're enriching it. It's quick. Say something teachy for him. So, what subject are you in? Maybe we can tell you something. People are calling it the LSD lens. It's a safer alternative. Justin!
Justin's here. We're not doing anything organized,
No,
Justin.
we're not doing anything.
We have just Google Chat. Like, I gave up on the cameras. I got the cameras all working for a while, and then it just wasn't reliable. But I think my poor computer was overworked.
Justin, buy our Blu-ray.
You can't sell Justin the Blu-ray.
Buy it, Justin.
There's Erky's picture again.
Whose picture? You have a lot of friend requests.
This is a beautiful picture. I love the colors of it. I like the curve that the lens gave to the horizon.
Really?
I don't mind the horizon curve. It's when it's not level that I lose my mind. Oh, it's Tokyo.
I love Tokyo.
The guy's just got it on a tripod. He's just waiting for something to show up. We were struck by the jungle crows in Tokyo. Those things are monsters.
They drop things on you. I love crows. Or they're, they are crows, aren't they? Jungle crows.
Yeah. They sure didn't. They look more like what we call ravens, but.
I had an idea for the group. We had like some drama there. I want to Photoshop a llama. It says, save the drama for your llama. And that's just how we're going to shut down people if they start drama. And we'll just all post it over and over again till they stop or die.
It could be that the cure is worse than the disease in that case. Yeah.
Maybe you're not seeing what I'm imagining. I'll show you. I'll make it later.
I don't know why he calls not checking his battery a rookie mistake, because we make that mistake all the time.
I know, mistakes. Oh, I want to go to Quebec.
Yeah.
I should go meet Jason.
A good place to go in the summer.
But he needs a longer exposure or something.
Yeah, if you're going to do the car trails, you want a bunch of them or none of them. And you know me, I would do the white balance.
I would do multiple exposures on this because this is really bright and the background is not. Like do an HDR shot.
He got a little camera movement in there too.
Jason, forget it. We're not coming to Quebec. Forget it.
Just need a heavier tripod, which I know is a pain when you're traveling.
You need a Tony. He puts stuff on his back. We both just nod. We're like, okay. That squirrel smoking a pipe.
Oh, man.
See?
Amsterdam squirrel. Oh, it's a beautiful picture.
Yeah, that's cool. See what we mean.
Yeah. Good to recognize her style now.
Let's go to YouTube. Maybe they have a question for us.
Okay.
I don't know. Already, no more. Stop. No more ideas.
Yeah, I feel like there are plenty of groups where you can just post pictures all day long. We don't need to do that. Event announcement streams would be cool. What does that mean? Like we should announce it ahead of time?
What?
We try. We're supposed to be on a weekly schedule.
Yeah, we can't be tied down. He's in English class, T-Bones. Anything to teach him?
Sam's trying this. Oh.
He's actually writing right now, so.
Yeah, that's good. I don't know. Feel free to ask me a writing question. I've published some stuff.
You've written some stuff. 30-something books. I'm a student of literary theory, so I know about Derrida.
And my editor here?
Also an editor. So you.
I will say I was never good at English in school. I was always like a B English student. Never took the advanced stuff.
Really?
And I learned everything I know about writing just like on the job. Yeah. Which poor tortured editors teaching me the difference between adverbs and adjectives and when to use them. Just one sentence at a time. Oh my God, my first few books, like every sentence had comments on it. I learned things like what anthropomorphosis was on the job.
Sometimes you just got to work it out.
Crazy. Trust me, we did not miss anything.
Eric wants us to speak Swedish. Or is it called Swedenish? Swedenish.
The worst pronunciation I've heard. Bröllop. Nailed it.
Bröllop.
Bröllop.
Bröllop. Oh, they speak like this. Blah. That's how Erky talks.
Do you have to do like your Swedish meatball, Swedish chef impression?
Is that offensive to Erky's people?
You can get a signed copy if you order it from SDP Community. When you go to buy it, it'll pop up and say, "Do you want it signed?"
He's in Saudi Arabia. Just order it from our website. We send it. We send everywhere.
Yep. Justin will personally grab a copy and send it out to you.
He also kisses books.
If you're in a place where like customs might grab it, that doesn't happen often. Almost all of our international books get there. We've lost a few.
You can get the ebook too.
Yeah, but just get the ebook. It's good. You get all the benefits.
It's like a PDF, and you read it right from our site. You're gonna learn so much.
Oh man, now Justin's stumping me on English terms. Conjunctive adverb. I mean, I know an adverb modifies a verb, and conjunctive would seem to join two things, right?
Okay.
What could be an example of that? I guess that doesn't come up in my type of writing.
I think it's like conjunctivitis of the paper. Final answer.
So Rayan asked a good question. Any reason why to choose a 1.4x instead of the 2x converter? And will they work with the Tamron 78-200? Assuming you have the f2.8, well, I think Tamron only makes an f2.8, then they'll both work, but the 1.4x will be way sharper. Like, always use the lesser teleconverter unless you really need the reach. But you can get away with a 2x on the 7200s, and Erky was doing that. And he was saying he was getting pretty good results with his for wildlife stuff. But whenever possible.
Is going to cut more light.
Yeah, you lose 2 stops of light.
2 stops of light.
So I try to avoid using a 2x, but sometimes you just gotta get there. I want to be like you guys.
No, you don't. You really
don't know.
You don't know. We're trouble. We're trouble, kids. Stay on the right side of the tracks. Separate groups is dumb. I can barely keep up with 1. How am I supposed to keep up with 2 or more? You need to practice. Practice makes perfect.
People are always like analyzing aspects of our relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They really did.
They're always like, oh my God, Tony's mad at Chelsea. Oh, Tony's going to have to talk to Chelsea afterwards. It's usually you who are getting in trouble. Now they think I'm getting in trouble.
Yeah. I thought it was awkward because she was looking sexy, but she was dressed like Madeline does when she dresses herself. She had like socks and like all this crap. I didn't want to be rude, but now I feel like I have to.
That is one of those things where you never, I don't like to ever say anything about the model.
Yeah.
And, it's really more about, we're trying to provide feedback to the photographer, and sometimes all that goes through your head is, there are 8 things wrong with this.
I'm trying to be polite. Don't force it out of me.
Oh, man.
Erky knows once I go black.
I don't know how Erky's always getting in fights with people about Sweden. It happens so much that we sometimes just make fun of Sweden. We're not even talking to Erky. We were just like at dinner last night and making fun of Sweden just because he's always defending.
He loves Sweden so much. It's like we gotta balance out the scales. We can't just have one person loving Sweden that much.
I am watching that show Vikings though. They look pretty tough.
How come I can't watch?
They're wild.
Uh-oh, Tony. We're mad at each other. Just kidding. Okay.
This is a good question about lenses, and it's just like, why are some lenses more expensive when they have the same specs? And the thing about lenses is you almost always get what you pay for. Like, almost always. Sometimes there are exceptions, but for the most part, like Tamron and Sigma, you'll pay a little bit for the name brands. But even if you're comparing a Sigma to a Canon or a Nikon, the Canon Nikons are almost always built better.
Yeah, they're just more solid.
So there's really no free lunch.
There's no free lunch.
Yeah, if you get a cheaper lens, you get something about it is cheaper. Sometimes it's the build quality you don't mind, and you still get good image quality. Often it's the image quality. Sometimes it's the noise.
Flare, tons of noise.
Like the Sigma 24 to 105 is way better than the Canon. It's also more expensive because it's better.
Yeah. So anyway, just empty out your savings account and just get the best stuff.
Well, just figure out the things that you can compromise on. So often that you can compromise on build quality, and because you're not going to be kicking your lens.
Write something bad about Sweden. It's too watery.
Erky is threatening us here. He's going to send
the Vikings back to
the Americas. Yeah, we have a Volvo. We're not afraid of you.
Don't you dare. Your Viking ships were probably built by IKEA. They're just going to sink. Oh, that was a good one. He hates IKEA, too. He's going to be mad at that.
Yes, the deadly country that invented the seatbelt.
They invented the seatbelt?
Well, Volvo kind of takes credit for at least popularizing the seatbelt.
Wow, that was really nice of them.
Yeah, they have excellent highway safety there, those crazy Vikings.
Oh my gosh, they're wild.
I know, watch out for them.
If there's any serious spelling mistakes we found in our book after publishing.
Oh, yeah.
Tons.
I've written 33 books, and none of them were anywhere near perfect. Every book has errors in it.
Oh, this person told us what a conjunctive adverb is, however, accordingly also.
Oh, I use those.
Some of those words.
But if you do find a spelling error or something, tell us and we'll fix it. Part of the challenge is we're constantly updating the book, which means we'll inevitably introduce new errors. And in fact, it's being professionally edited now. We do that on a regular basis, but the errors always get through.
I mean, I am editing the book. Do we refresh? Is that how I see?
Yeah, that's probably the best way, because if you do the update automatically, it just occasionally flips out. Yeah, the debate on the UV filters. You know I hate UV filters, but...
I don't know what that means.
I must have misread his comment or something.
Yeah, I can't read.
I'm a strong reader.
I can't
That's
read.
one thing about me.
I'm actually completely illiterate, but I've been, pretending.
Yeah, this is the show I'm talking about, the Vikings on the History Channel. It is a good show.
Yeah.
I don't know where the Norwegians went wrong, but they used to be pretty cool.
This guy's a bit frustrated when he shoots pictures with a flash that he bought. I
mean, it depends on what mode you use. If you use aperture priority or shutter priority, the flash is going to act like fill flash. It's just going to add some foreground light and try to balance it with the background exposure. If you put it on P, program mode, the flash is going to be your main light, and that means it's not going to care about the exposure. It's just going to probably give you harsh light and deep shadow. So I'll most of the time use it as fill flash in aperture.
Yeah, it really. Mode. I guess it depends what the situation is.
And then dial up the exposure compensation up or down to make sure it's in TTL mode. That's the way I'll usually use it. And then use the buttons on the back. We have that same Young now.
We did talk about that, Justin. It was weird being on the other end. I could see the delay. There's like a full minute delay or something.
Yeah, there's people were saying Google Hangouts were better about the delay, but this is Google.
Really?
Still 10. This guy's asking about a landscape lens between the 11 to 16 millimeter Tokina or the Canon 17 to 40. The Canon 17 to 40 is a full frame lens. It's big and heavy and old.
Yeah.
And so I would not recommend it for a T3i. The 11 to 16 is a better choice, but because it's designed for APS-C sensors. But at the same time, most lenses aren't at 11 millimeters. Like, that's super wide, and there aren't many places in the world where you can use that wide of an angle. You usually have to narrow it down to cut out trees and cars and the tourists next to you and stuff.
I wonder why he's deciding between those
24 to 50 millimeters.
That's what I'm wondering, why he's choosing between two. I mean, there's so many options.
Yeah, my favorite landscape lens for that 3i would be the Sigma 18 to 35, which we have a review on. I just loved that lens so much. It was so sharp. We did talk about the Lytros.
We did.
And you missed it.
Brawley pop is hard. I would love to hear you have a stab at the Finnish equivalent. Ha 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 ha
ha.
We're really good at other languages.
Yay, UV filter, waste of money. Just keep the lens hood on and do the same thing.
Yep, they're right. They answered your question, Timothy.
Yeah, just throw it. Sometimes they'll trick you into buying UV filter, and you should immediately throw it away.
Do you have any advice for an aspiring professional YouTuber?
I don't know. We've learned a lot about YouTube in the last couple of years. We never actually wanted to be YouTube people.
No, we didn't.
We just wanted to write a book and be photographers, and it just kind of stuff got popular.
Like, frequently releasing videos helps. What's another good tip? Definitely be super cool like us.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to spend a lot of time learning about video editing.
Search engine optimization is important.
Yeah, it really is, and be yourself. Good sound seems to be more important than good quality video.
People really complain about sound, so yeah, good sound. But yeah, there are a lot of, we can give you tips if you want to shoot us an email.
And just edit stuff tight.
Oh yeah.
Real tight. I know we don't always do it, like now we're just rambling
Now we're being boring, but usually we really try to cut it down.
But yeah, try to cut out everything that is not fascinating and important. So we actually have a whole review addressing the 70 to 200 lenses.
We have a whole
I would definitely watch that. But yeah, there is a difference between the Canon Sigma and Tamron. The Canon is definitely better. It's real 200 millimeters, while the others are like 150 millimeters, and it's sturdy. But they're all equally sharp.
Refresh?
Yeah. See if there's any other comments.
They're going on about Sweden. I knew this would get heated.
Luke asked about the Alpha 6000 and why we didn't address the A7R and S. And well, I did make a little preview video about the A7S, and I actually think the Sony's full frame mirrorless is going to be a hit. Like 5-10 years from now, I think that's going to be the #1 camera platform. But right now, I don't know, maybe a fourth lens came out, but there were like 3 native lenses, and I'm just waiting for them to build out some lenses. They don't have the lenses we need. They don't have a 70 to 200 f2.8. They don't have one. And they don't have a 24 to 70 f2.8. So I just need a couple of lenses, and I'll be happy. I need a 51.4, not a 51.8. So someday soon, I hope. It's all about the lenses, really. All the mirrorless platforms can take off and be successful if they just get the right lenses.
He's asking us to check out his photos, and we actually did. I looked up how to pronounce your name, and I'm sorry, I can't remember. Shirshi?
Oh, yeah, we did look that one up.
I can't remember. I'm sorry about that. We did review your portfolio. We want to do a proper portfolio review, so we'll get to it. He noticed that we committed to making videos for life.
I committed to updating the book for life.
Yeah.
And he mentions being seriously ill. I guess that's a good point. If perhaps for some reason I am too ill to do it, then I guess I won't.
I'll just put on a gray wig and I'll do it.
Actually, my plan, I wouldn't plan to let the book die as long as there's interest in photography. I'd find somebody to take it over.
Okay.
So
maybe you're the one, Flintane.
So yeah, hopefully it'll actually live past me. Yeah, somebody else liked the Sigma 1835. Okay. Do you want to look at his portfolio? AAimages.com?
Sure. Nice, clean. Looks like it has a good, simple design.
Yeah, I like the design. You can just click through it.
Yeah.
Oh. I like that one. That's a lot like the work you've been doing lately with the double exposures.
Yeah. Let's go to the categories. I want to see sports.
You might want to do some post on the white backgrounds. Just clean it up a little.
Yeah.
There's little flaws in there. White backgrounds always have to be touched up.
That's true.
I'll probably crop that down a little bit. That's a great shot.
Like I was pushing.
That's a great shot too. We could probably bump the exposure up a stop, a little dark. So, yeah, I think these are great. I wouldn't mind seeing a little more post on a couple of these. A little exposure compensation. This could bump it up a little bit.
Less of them too. Maybe just pick your top few.
Oh yeah.
Wedding. Wow. He does it all.
This is a Squarespace portfolio, I think. I think I recognize the template.
Looks good.
Just a little typo here. You probably want to say wedding.
Well, it is only one wedding.
Oh, you make a good point. You probably just take your best of these and put them into portraits.
Yeah, you also We'll have a lot of the same model, and we usually advise that people
It's a cute baby.
try to use different models to make it look like they have more experience. So
yeah, or in the meantime, that one's a little out of focus.
Yeah.
You could just combine them in. If you put everything into portraits, it would look better. I mean, it depends on your goals.
Yeah, it depends on your goals.
If you're trying to actually sell your work,
cool.
They have like behind the scenes videos. That's a great idea. I don't actually even have that on mine.
Good.
No email. We like to send email.
I like email.
Minor point. Go to sdp.io/checklist. Did you take photography in college? I did not, but I took a bunch of college photography classes later in life at the Massachusetts College of Fine Arts and another photography college in Boston that I can't remember the name of.
I've taken film photography classes, digital photography classes, and I learned more editing Tony's book. I think it depends on the teacher that you get, but mine didn't just.
Yeah, pretty much all my photography classes were not great. I took a night photography class with Lance Kiemig.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Changed my life. He was fantastic. Really, so if you're in Boston, look up Lance Kiemig. He has a book too.
Oh, one thing that photography classes are good for is they can inspire you.
Yeah, my favorite part was just going out with the other students to a particular place, and all taking pictures of the same spot.
That's a lot of money for that. It'd be easier to just join a photography club or even just go out with a few friends. Yeah.
So after you test with the 150 to 600, what do you think? I have the 400 5.6, and can I use my extender on the f8? The 150 to 600 is a good zoom lens for wildlife, and you can get sharp results out of it. If you need that zoom, then go for it. If you're doing wildlife, I think the 400 5.6 on Canon is by far the better option. It's just sharper, lighter, more durable. Yeah. And I know it lacks IS and it says it only goes to 400 and not 600, but it's sharper at 400 than this is. Like you can crop it to 600 millimeter equivalent,
and it's way sharper. Yeah, we did check that.
Can you use your extender on f8 if you have a 5D Mark III or a 1DX? Otherwise, no. But what I would do instead is just use a crop body, like a Canon 7D, and that's a 1.4 crop or a 1.6 crop. It's even better. You get some more pixel density, and it focuses fine. So I just use 400 5.6 on my 7. Yeah, I love it. It's not as good as the Mark III. The buttons are like flimsy. It's just kind of, it's a little frustrating, but it's noisy, but you get a lot of detail.
To make better lives, someone should choose question and read them for you. He's yelling at you.
Oh, yeah. That's what we do during our normal live shows. Justin reads the comments. This is an improvised thing.
Impromptu.
I was just troubleshooting our live shows and decided I would try this, and that's what we're doing. So it's not planned out. Do you recommend taking private lessons with an expert photographer? That might be okay. It never occurred to me. I guess if that were an option, that would be awesome. Yeah, older cameras and camcorders having infrared lights for night vision. I do remember that.
Hold the phone. Erky just said the Swedes invented everything worthwhile, like zippers. Erky.
Oh, no.
Erky, no.
Oh, damn, you did it now, Erky. Can you think of anything the Swedes didn't invent, Chelsea?
The internet.
Electricity.
Jesus.
Oh, wait, there was a question up there that I wanted to answer.
What's the first strobe light to buy? Was it that one?
Why do you guys hate Fujifilm so much?
Because they're ugly and they smell, and we hate them. And I took our Fuji and I just kicked it into the pool.
I loved it. The camera is definitely kind of a pain. Camcorders having infrared lights. I remember this. It used to be common, but then somebody figured out you could hack them and like see through people's clothes because the infrared would penetrate people's clothes.
We need to get one of those.
I think that's what happened. I think
the butt cam.
And after that, you never saw them anymore.
We need to get one.
What's a good first strobe light to buy?
We bought the what was it called? You know, I'm so bad at remembering things like that.
Well,
the brown line.
Oh, the Speedotron. Yeah, I don't recommend those anymore.
You don't recommend them?
Because they're still expensive. I mean, it depends on your budget. The Adorama Flashpoints have some cool things that are super cheap. We like the Alien Bee stuff, and it's not expensive at all.
That's not expensive?
You have to be in the U.S., but
the really
Alien Bee, you can get
those
400s are like $200 used. That's what I bought them for.
I just assumed that they were expensive.
No, you're not a total cheapskate.
No, you're not.
The
For
depth
someone
of
that
field.
makes $5 a day, you're a big spender.
The depth of field preview button. It only takes effect if you're using a higher f-stop number than your lens's default. Like you won't see any difference. So it just shuts it down. But I would just take a picture.
Tony, how do I take photos of my camera?
A mirror? Another camera?
No one's figured that out.
Sweden smells.
Sweden actually does
I don't know.
smell, but it smells wonderful. Okay.
I don't know. I would think the Tamron 7200 f2.8 would be sharp compared to a 51.8. I mean, the 50 actually, primes are sharper than zooms always, but I don't know. Is this the VC model? Because the older one without VC wasn't that sharp, but it was also a lot cheaper. This is a good suggestion, looking at the 10 to 22 EFS. If you really need that super wide, which I don't think most people do. Okay, I've been through this. What were you going to say?
I don't know.
Fuji is sexy. I agree. Those cameras are cool. Justin also likes the Alien Bees.
Burritos. I agree.
The Alma 100.
Absolutely. This person likes our style because it shows that we are not robots. So it looks like we have them fooled.
Guess what?
What?
I am not a robot.
Oh.
Yeah, I agree. Photography classes are expensive, and I just don't feel like they're generally worth it. Some people only learn in classroom environments, though. I'm not really a classroom learner. I don't think that Nikon D60 is too old if it does what you want. How do I stop a camera from taking pictures?
Just take your finger off of that butt. There's like a button. Don't do this. I got that one.
Nailed it.
It's like
Firefox. I didn't know that people use Firefox anymore. I used Firefox for like 5 years, and when Chrome came out, I just liked it better.
Interstink says I took an amazing photo of my sister's finger with stitches.
Good to hear.
You're gonna have to keep that to yourself. Sounds pretty spooky. Oh, Shorsha. It's pronounced Shorsha. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's what I said.
That's a nice name, Shorsha. I'll have to remember that.
Justin's reassuring the world that we're not going to die.
What? Why did I think we were going to die?
Remember somebody was asking about what would happen if I became seriously ill?
Oh.
I have a crop body, and I'm thinking about getting a full frame body. I have a whole discussion on this in my photography buying guide, but it just depends what you want to do. Again, this is all about the lenses. If you can get good lenses for your crop body, then do that. And the Sigma 18 to 35 is great at that, but the photography buying guide. What about viewfinder lag in a mirrorless camera? The latest mirrorless cameras we've used haven't had much viewfinder lag. The XT1 had like no measurable lag at all, and the EM1 was really good. The EM10 and the A6000 was downright slow.
The EM10 was pretty slow too.
Yeah, it was twice as fast as the A6000.
I mean, compared to a DSLR.
Yeah, it was noticeable. You see a little lag, but like the XT1, I didn't notice any lag.
They want to see your watch, but you're not wearing one today.
No, I don't have one right now.
Tony, Chelsea, did you get my email with the llamas? I did. I love that. Thank you.
Does anybody know what's the lifetime on a screwdriver on a camera body using lens without AF motor built in?
I don't know that.
A screwdriver. I guess I'm sorry, I don't understand your question. I guess I'll refresh this once more and then.
I'm tired.
Yeah, I want to call it a day. Thanks for hanging in there, guys.
You guys are cool.
Like the other style live streaming, like the one that didn't work.
What is the best camera lens combo for self-defense?
I would get that RB67 we have back there.
Yeah.
Or maybe that 500 millimeter.
Probably the 500 millimeter. I bet you could really knock out some muggers with that.
My browser wars are starting. Somebody wants us to review the new Nikon Super Zoom.
Super Zoom? That sounds super fun. But he can do the robot. Can you?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, the Tamron 7200 with VC is much better than the 7200 first gen. But if you have it with the first gen, stick with it. It's sharper. It's better overall. Somebody's recommending the white lightning. We do have a white lightning too. I don't really see the benefit of it. It's like bigger and heavier, but the Alien Beast models seem to get the job done. And the Einsteins are priced the same as the white lightnings, and I definitely like the Einsteins better than the white lightnings.
Tony, Chelsea, you can pay your bills with this job, or do you have a second job? Because life is really hard these days to be just a photographer. Well, we're not just photographers. Look, we have DVDs, we have books, we have
YouTube.
You guys are watching us right now, and I don't even know why.
Yeah, that's basically our second job besides photography.
Yeah, but
yeah, it is hard to get paid as a photographer.
It's kind of an
underappreciated skill.
A photographer, because you have to. There's a whole big season where, like the demand for photographers goes down because the spring and summer are the big seasons, and then in the winter, well, at least around here, when you have a winter, people aren't hiring many photographers. So, yeah.
I don't know of any certifications for photographers, but I've definitely thought about doing that. Preserve eye color when doing outdoor portraits.
It's mostly word of mouth for a photographer. Like, I've been offered jobs by all sorts of people, banks and things, and they just hear from others that I'm professional and decent. Cool.
Best way to get a deal on a camera. I check all the used outlets, KEH, eBay, Amazon, and I look at things that have sold previously on eBay, and that's usually the way I go about it. You can find deals elsewhere, but it's about the amount of energy you want to put in. I don't go chasing stuff on Craigslist or anything.
Do you have any advice for impatient people like me who bought your buying guide on Amazon at the same time as flash triggers and a speed light, even before getting the book? You can read the book right now.
Yeah, just get the ebook. You bought it on Amazon. Just send your receipt to me at tony@northrup.org, and
you can read it from our website.
Yeah, Siobhan will hook you up.
Siobhan's so cool.
Okay, we're going to call it a day.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Goodbye.
We'll see how to stop this.
How do you do it?
Don't know. How to stop this.
I know how to stop it. I'm out of here.
I have to go back to